called as well-behaved UNIX services now, again, a bit more technical. But there's been a big trend at the moment towards not using web containers, not using big application containers. Personally, I think this is a great idea. Personally, I think as we move away from those, we're getting a whole bunch of other stuff. All right? So in our case, we were using Jetty, but there's other things like Simple Web out there. Jetty still follows the servlet spec. Of course, people know this. Simple Web doesn't. You don't have to. You're not bound by the constraints of trying to in fact, of trying to mock out, I was going to say, the entire request and response every time you wanted to test something without starting an entire container up. I've got a feeling that mocking was invented because of how difficult it was to actually stub out requests and responses from the servlet specification. That's where I think mocking started. I don't think it probably is, but I like to think so. The good thing about using embedded containers is that you get a bunch of stuff to do with testing for free. They're much faster to start. You can talk to them really, really easily using standard web clients. But also you can start them up without the container, potentially. You can start them up without even a web server and talk to controllers directly. So it makes testing really, really fast. It makes testing really, really much, much easier, in my experience, when you're testing these things. We heard earlier again, it was almost like planned this way, I think. There was the talk directly before mine, kind of set this up perfectly. But another thing is this idea of being packaged as a single jar file. So packaging something up with all of its dependencies. You don't have to worry about class paths. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of nonsense. You just run it with Java minus jar. Done. Really, really simple, really, really straightforward. But also containing their configuration, or along with their configuration, including things like your kind of control scripts for rc.d and things like that. And potentially as an RPM. All right? So installed in the